Well, you know what? Things are pretty great today. The sun's coming out, but it's still pretty cool.
7-Eleven's birthday is on July the 11th, 7th month, 11th day. Scott had decided, well, let's get a little event going that we can go to all 45 stores.
Feeling good. Yeah? It's fun.
With this group, they were just amazing to run with, and I'm so proud of them to join me on this adventure.
Today I ran for 21 hours. We covered 71.1 miles. It was thunderstorms, it was the heat. We went from midnight all the way to 9 p.m. And it's just an awesome feeling, great community here, and I couldn't be more happy and more proud about everything, quite honestly.
Well, the Slurpee run. It was actually an idea, a simple idea, I suppose, but a great idea put together by a couple of friends, Melissa Budd and David Fielder. They were running out one day on a Sunday. It was 7-Eleven's birthday, and the 7-Eleven celebrates 7-Eleven's birthday by giving out free Slurpees. And they ended up calling me up and saying, hey, you want to come on this? We're going to do, we call a Slurpee run. And I'm like, okay, great. It was just a goofy, fun thing to do, enjoying Slurpees, going around town. I thought it was great. And it sort of popped in my head, how many 7-Elevens are there in the city, and how long would it take to get to every single one in a single run? And I didn't know the answer. So I started plotting it out, figuring it out, and I figured out that it was about 71 miles.
To run to every 7-Eleven in Winnipeg on 7-Eleven's birthday, July the 11th, 71.1 miles, I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is a great way to see the city of Winnipeg. "45 stores, unbelievable." For Winnipeg and Manitoba being the Slurpee capital for the last 15 years, that is a feat in itself.
Since we're the Slurpee capital of the world, there's no better place to do it. We're going to do every single one, so no one's going to be able to beat it. I'm an ultra runner. It's my hobby. Perhaps it's more than a hobby. It kind of takes over many parts of my life.
I've done 34 marathons in total. Sometimes I'll find a rush on it, or I enjoy just clearing my mind.
Well, I decided to do my first ultra marathon about 14 years ago. It's only the last 4 years now that I've really developed the endurance, the skills, and I suppose the experience and the smarts to be able to actually get through these. But once you start talking about 15, 20, 24-hour or longer sort of events, then really I think a lot of the skills, at least that I'm trying to develop, is to allow my mind to just sort of relax and be patient, take everything in the moment. It actually takes a lot of work to prepare for these things. So this is really a group run. It's for fun. Everyone's meant to stay together. It's not meant to be competitive at all. I could create a Facebook event. I shared it around to a lot of the different online running groups. And I thought, at least in my mind, that we would be lucky to get 4 or 5 people who are going to want to do the 71 miles. We gave them 2 options. 1, you can run the whole thing with us. Or 2, you can run part with us.
Hi, I'm Gwen.
Gwen.
Tracy.
Tracy.
Karen.
And I just couldn't believe how much the interest had just exploded.
And I said, sure, I'll give it a whirl, and I'll see how far I can make it.
We had people there that I knew, people that I didn't know, and it was filling up, and it was getting pretty exciting, you know, like that that this was happening.
All right, we got about 7 minutes till we go. So right now we're gonna go inside. We all gonna get a Slurpee, and then once we all have it, and it's right at midnight, we will go. So no wasting any time.
Stick to what we have for the camera guys. Yeah.
I had my map in hand, and you know what? Honestly, at that point, I just felt the responsibility as a leader of the group. I wanted to make sure that we got to the right places, we followed the map correctly, we didn't lose anybody. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go! Yeah, well, for the first while during the dark hours before the sun comes up, as far as, you know, my main concern was just being able to stay on map and on schedule.
It's gonna be hot, it's gonna be sunny. We have to keep drinking because, you know, as soon as one of us doesn't drink the amount of fluid or take the right electrolytes, someone's gonna get some degree of heat exhaustion or stroke or something like that, and we're gonna have to really watch that. This is extreme temperatures, even for Winnipeg.
We only got about 70 miles to go.
Approaching the stores and getting our Slurpees, it was a lot of fun. And back out onto the streets again and hearing everybody rooting us on.
For me, I like running with people. The event itself or the running itself is secondary. They're a great bunch of people, great stories. It's a lot of fun.
It's because we want to make sure that we don't tire ourselves out the first part, right? Mind you, it's a balance because it's nighttime now, hardly any traffic, hardly any people. It's good to get a lot of distance, but at the same time, we don't want to destroy our legs or energy systems or anything like that.
For 16.6 miles, I've been feeling pretty good.
What's next out there?
Okay.
Got him in.
That way.
All right.
It's early and it's cool and it's breezy. This is great.
I really got to enjoy this and really soak it up because it's only gonna get worse as far as the temperature goes. And that was gonna be the main challenge of the day, was the temperatures. Now, we knew what the temperature was going to be on that day already. It was going to be 30 degrees. It was going to be humid X close to 40. There was extreme temperature warnings out there from Environment Canada. Like, this was going to be actually pretty serious.
Why don't we head down? It's only 1 kilometer to the next one, and then we got to get freshened up there because then it's a long stretch right straight down Ness. It's going to be hot, so we might as well.
Certainly down the stretch of Ness Avenue, that was very, I noticed it was tough there.
So you're done?
Yes.
Already?
Yes. Yeah.
Why so soon?
It's hot.
That's when I first started noticing that we had people starting to have trouble because of some level of heat exhaustion or dehydration. And we had to stop at more locations for a longer period of time to make sure we took care of ourselves.
We're sweating a lot, losing a lot of electrolytes. So you get an electrolyte imbalance and you just feel nauseous.
Hey, buddy, you did really well. You just ran longer than you ever have your whole life, I think.
Now, the great thing about stopping at 7-Elevens are they have ice machines. Every time I went to one, I put my hat under and just push the lever there, and ice would fall into my hat.
The tried and tested true. Ice in the hat.
Okay, I think I'm good for a little bit. The run has just begun now. The second half is where it all matters.
Okay, for the record, 25 Celsius, 28 humidex.
Started at 11 last night. 13 hours is 30 degrees. I'm tired. I'm starting to get tired, mostly from the heat.
think it was around the Academy location that Ray started saying that he was having some problems.
There was no shade. I started to really feel something there. I noticed I wasn't taking in as much water.
Just overall, I'm just exhausted. My muscles are a little bit sore in the back.
And I started to feel dizzy. I started to kind of feel very weak.
No, I'm disappointed. I wanted to be able to continue, but I figure it's best for my health. I gotta get in and sit down. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
And I do remember getting into the support van, doing up my seatbelt, and I lost everything.
And my wife Crystal, who's part of the support van, I see her come out towards the sidewalk and she starts waving at us, kind of excitedly.
He was in the car with us and he just became unresponsive.
Well, he was being driven in the van, and I guess he passed out. They called right away to 911, and we arrived, and everything was here being taken care of.
And then he's asking me a question. He says, "How you doing?" "Oh, do you mind if we check a few things out?" He says, "I don't think I find a pulse either." I said, "You don't find a pulse?" I says, "Come on, I'm talking to you."
Even experienced runners can make mistakes or read the signs wrong or just having too much fun. Things go wrong. And he was fine too, and he was able to get the IV and to make sure that he was okay.
But I'm sure we'll keep going as soon as everything's kind of calmed down. We'll just make sure everything is good here and then move on. I mean, it's another reminder to take care of ourselves as we go.
Four of us are really hurting, so we decided, these last two legs were the hardest, that we were just gonna walk them. We need a recovery time anyway, and it's about as hot as today's gonna get.
I pretty much predicted where the challenging spots are gonna be. And it was on Ness Avenue and also on Pembina Highway. Because I know those two areas, they're fairly long stretches of nonstop running, and it's all concrete, no shade, and direct as far as the sun goes. My lowest point, personally, was going down there. By the time we hit that South Pembina location, I was feeling it really hard. As far as the heat goes, I was kind of feeling a little disoriented a little bit. I knew I was in trouble.
Hey, everybody say Slurpee!
Slurpee!
Because the next stretch is going to be pretty long too. And again, it's a hot time of the day right now. Like, I don't know if it got warmer since like a couple hours ago, but I'm telling you, maybe because there's no shade here, but it feels hot, like really hot right now.
Been running since midnight, so definitely need energy. Every time I get really down, I just have a cheeseburger and a couple burritos, and it's all good.
Hi, participating in the Winnipeg Slurpee run. We're just gonna go catch up to some runners that have been running since 12 a.m. this morning. 7-Eleven Slurpee run! Woo! 7-Eleven Slurpee run!
Yeah, once we got to Bishop Grandin, we had been power walking quite a bit, and the clouds started coming in, started to cool off a little bit. We were starting to get motivated about walking even faster because we wanted to stay ahead of that rainstorm. We didn't know what kind of trouble was going to come in. It put a little fire under us to get moving.
How many kilometers are left?
10.
Okay.
Oh, no, 10 miles.
10 miles.
10 miles.
How many exact kilometers?
I can still do math.
Once we got to around that Fermor area, and we had some new fresh people coming in. Some people from the beginning, had spent whatever they did during the day and they came back again, brought some new life to the group, which was really great. And it was cooler, and so we were starting to see the end approaching. And we didn't have to stop as much as the locations to stay cool. Wade had gone ahead of us to keep away from the storm, But the storm didn't materialize after all. And what a great surprise that he waited for us so that all three of us who had been there since the beginning were able to start and finish the Slurpee run together.
There they are.
Oh, it's so awesome, such a relief. You know, the whole day was so challenging. The heat, I could have sworn any time it was gonna take me out.
Very happy, ecstatic. I like the challenge, I really do. I want to see how much you can put up with. Yeah.
Thanks so much, guys. Good job. It was nice meeting you. It was so awesome.
It was fun. It was a crazy way to see the whole city, and I thought it was so impossible, and we pulled it off. So we had, if it wasn't for the volunteers, it wouldn't have happened. So
I don't know, should we get a last Slurpee? Maybe a last ceremonial Slurpee.
Just like we had started the first location with the Slurpee, I knew that at the end, even though we weren't going any farther, we had to end it with a Slurpee.
Cheers, everybody.
Okay, good job, Scott.
This is the greatest Slurpee run ever to happen anywhere in the world, right here in the Slurpee capital. And it's pretty sweet, you know, to be able to design it, get people here, train for it, make it happen. It's pretty awesome.
Everyone was concerned about Ray, especially the support crew people, and they wanted to make sure that Ray was okay. And he ended up replying something to the degree that he was feeling better now, and once he recovered a little bit more, that he had unfinished business.
I got unfinished business to do. I am going to complete the last 12 stores. Scott Burton says, I will join you, Ray, if you'd like to come. And then all of a sudden I heard that the film crew wanted to get involved, and the support crew, and then runners that were with us along the course.
How you feeling?
Morning. Pretty damn good.
Yeah?
Pretty damn good,
What
yeah.
do you anticipate for today?
Nice, easy, cool run.
Yeah.
I think the conditions are fantastic for it.
Yeah.
And I did remember to bring some water, and I will be hydrating quite a bit. I really appreciate it, Scott. No, I really appreciate it.
I want to see what you got. Your shirt. Oh, you guys
Oh, nice, completed, get it done, but you know. That's great.
But I really appreciate you joining us on this mission. It's basically a month to the day that we're going to complete this together, and I appreciate them actually all coming out and joining me on this. Yeah. But thanks again for everybody for coming out and just joining me on this this journey. Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, should we take a picture? I'll take a picture.
Yeah. I wanted to complete it, to say that I've been able to run to all 45 7-Eleven stores in Winnipeg.
All right, ready?
Just gotta get this ready.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go. Well, I'm happy you're able to come back.
34! Oh, this is a wonderful sight. No, that's not for me, is it?
Not this time.
Well, you know what? Things are pretty great today. The sun's coming out, but it's still pretty cool. So I feel so fresh here. This is nice to be able to come back to this 7-Eleven and just have a different feeling. So I can have better memories of this of this place now.
I've been hydrating as I should accordingly. Temperatures have been good. We've been checking on with one another, making sure that we're all comfortable, and yeah, it's going along quite smoothly for me.
Yeah, compared to last time, it was so hot and so many of us got affected by the heat to one degree or another. This was so refreshing and fun, and great memories to finish it on, so this is great.
All right, guys. Here's the ceremonial end here. We got a
we go.
marker.
Yeah,
we got a marker. Yeah, right here. Yeah, we're just gonna turn around, and we're gonna cross out the un. Oh. There we go.
I have a close-up Sam. Okay.
I'm gonna kiss the star.
Next time I'm minding my own business.
Just must say that I'm glad that everybody made it here, certainly unscathed, you know, like without any incidents whatsoever. So yeah, it's good.
Hey!
And it's all fun, and it's like with this group, they were just amazing to run with, and I'm so proud of them to join me on this adventure.
Hey.
I really appreciate it. Mike, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It was just a great experience. I think we're gonna find some more special things. Something else unique, something else different, something else off the wall that no one's ever thought of. We're gonna do that next time, I think.
Cheers.
It's okay.
What a terrific way to end a run. Finally, I went up to the triage nurse and I says, "Excuse me," I says, I don't think I can wait anymore. I said, "I'm ready to go home." She says, "You're the one that everybody's talking about in this hospital. Who in the heck would run 52 miles?" I told her it was 71.1 miles. I only lasted 52, she says, "But still."